go throw your money, all that, which is the total opposite end of the spectrum where it's all at risk and it could be blown through and you not have anything, but you also could quadruple your wealth or make lifetime changing wealth. I mean, it just is what it is. So you just kind of have to make a decision what you feel like is best for you at the time. Up against another break. Stay tuned. More Sportz Blitz Live right after this.
They say we live in an age of big data, where computers and fancy algorithms are supposed to know you best.
Same time.
But at Country Financial,
it just came back on.
We know helping you own your future requires,
it just came back on.
Well, something much bigger.
Buddy. Why is it dropping?
Contact your local Country Financial representative and start planning for your future with a personal touch.
Hey, it's Brett Pritchard, and I'm here to tell you all about Sims Foods, who you know better as Wickles Pickles. Wickles Pickles, that 90-year-old recipe, wickedly delicious. Relish, okra, and pickles. From Saturday sandwiches, tailgate snacks, to holiday dinners with your family and friends. From their family to yours, Wickles Pickles, those wickedly delicious pickles.
Wickles Pickles, wickedly delicious pickles.
Okay, somebody's not wearing their seatbelt.
I don't wear seatbelts. Might wrinkle my shirt.
That's okay. I'm sure they can iron it before the funeral.
What funeral?
Yours. Almost 70% of people who die in car crashes aren't wearing a seatbelt.
Okay. There. You happy?
Just happy to be alive.
Seatbelts. It's hard to live without them. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Life is a sequence of little successes. The story of my Southern Union success began the day I walked on campus, making new friends, mastering a new skill, reaching a personal goal, the encore performance, the first date, the internship, and now, soon, the dream job. That's the story of my Southern Union success. Register for classes and get ready to watch your Southern Union story come to life.
When you need an automotive hero, you got to call S&S Discount Tire Pros. With locations in Alexander City and Dayville, we are here to serve you today. From quick services like oil changes and tire rotations to in-depth automotive repairs such as suspensions, brakes, and tune-ups, S&S can take care of all your tire needs. You just have to focus on what's important and love the drive. Call S&S Discount Tire Pros today. We are automotive heroes, and we are here to serve you.
It's truck season at Glen Smith and Opelika.
We have an excellent selection of Chevrolet Silverados and GMC Sierras with giant October discounts and no payments till next year. New Chevrolet Silverados up to $7,500 off. GMC Sierras up to $8,500 off.
No payments till next year during truck season at Glen Smith and Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sportz Blitz Live. Let's go back to the phone line.
Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead.
All righty. How you doing tonight, Luke and Britt? Y'all all right?
Doing
yes,
good,
sir.
buddy.
How about you?
Oh, doing good. 5 days in a row and no breakdowns in Birmingham. So keep your chimpanzee warm, Luke, but don't get him too much trained. I'm getting at Britt about you turn on the thing at noon and it don't come on. And Britt's got it worked out. They're good. Anyway, I was going to say, this puts us in an odd position, but not a bad position so much. Now, I guess we're going to have to look at the portals as much as we can and probably be fairly selective, but not real selective, because we're going to have an offensive line from somewhere. That's the first thing we got to have. And the portal, if you work it right, I think will work pretty good. And we've done all right a little bit anyway. That Elota fella from Northwestern played pretty good. Alabama's used it where they've done it selectively. We may have to go tackle to tackle too deep if we can get enough that can play. It just depends on who the new coach is, and I realize some of them like it better than others, but, you know, our recruiting's pretty well shot for this year. Maybe we can hold on to the ones we got. Maybe we can flip one or two. I don't know. But I think the team now can feel free to go start seeing these things. They're going to have to start making those. They're going to have to start making the relations up again. And I think probably some of the people we've got coaching, and some of those guy like Trevon Reed. He's a good recruiter, very good. And I think they can go on the field if there's 3 or 4 openings there that are not, you know, hadn't been filled on a permanent basis. Is that right?
I don't know that anything's been filled. I mean, you know, I know Cadillac is the interim coach. Will Friend.
I know that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying that they're temporarily working.
Yeah,
you can take a guy that's, you know, an analyst and put him on the road, put him out there on the field if there's an opening.
That is true. You're right. You're exactly right.
Well, that's all I'm trying to get at is this will help our recruiting efforts. We're going to be shot this year unless we can pull off a couple. But I'm thinking, and Luke, I ain't forgot these boys. I can't tell you their name right now, but you know them. They're both from Texas, and their uncle or their daddy or somebody was a all-timer.
Brockermeyers.
You know who I'm talking about.
The Brockermeyers.
2 brothers.
The Brockermeyers.
Brockermeyers. That's it. That's it.
One more time.
They come to mind every time I see you because I think those 2 guys were good players out there, and they hadn't seen the light of day too much that I've seen at Alabama. I'm sure they played a little bit, but not a whole lot.
They played at all.
I don't think they've played very much at all. Yeah, and it's been a surprise to me too. I thought they'd be surefire players, eventual, at least one of them, James, eventual first-round talent. And it just doesn't seem like it's there. And, you know, the thing about the portal, and the portal, everybody gets enamored with it. And, look, Alabama has certainly used it to its advantage, and some other teams have too.
Oh, yeah.
But if you use it too much and you go out there and you get a guy from Northwestern, you get another guy from Iowa State or wherever, eventually you know what you turn into? You turn into Northwestern and Iowa State.
Yeah.
And so you still got to have some core guys there, and I think that's where I feel like Auburn sort of messed up a little bit, or maybe got a little bit enamored with some of the guys they brought in. Like Echo Leota is a good player.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not SEC worthy, but he's also not a transformative player. He's not going to come in and change Auburn's defense. The guy from I don't even remember the guy's name from North Carolina that came over. Everybody was so fired up about.
Eugene Asante.
He wasn't playing at North Carolina.
And he ain't played for Auburn.
And Zach Calzada was a second-string quarterback who had one good game, and the T.J. Finley was a sort of a second-string quarterback who had very few good games.
I don't know what he was.
And, again, even
terrible
Robbie
football
Ashford, you're getting what you get from guys that you're getting exactly what they've shown you they are. And, again, I'm not saying that any of them are bad. Robbie Ashford's been okay. But, I mean, he has not changed the program at all.
No,
and
that's what you got to understand what you're saying. I agree with you on that. But it gives you another place you can go because we're going to have to – this year's shot pretty much. We're going to have to do something on the things we need. That's all I'm saying.
Let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes this sounds like a silly question, but I wonder if it's even good for Auburn to go to a bowl game this year. Because
bowl game?
Yeah. But think, if you win 3 of the next 4, you're going to a bowl game. If you win the next 3 games, let's assume you're going to lose to Alabama. But if you win at Mississippi State, not unheard of. If you win at home against A&M, they're as collapsed as Auburn is. And if you win against Western Kentucky, it's Western Kentucky. Auburn will be bowl eligible.
Yeah. Yeah, they would.
Would you want to go to one?
Hell yeah, why not?
Well, the reason I ask is sort of, or would you want to just sort of start anew? Because it feels like that may just sort of carry the year on a little bit longer. I wonder if it would even hinder the coaching search. Probably not, but I
don't think it would.
I'm just talking out loud.
Yeah, I think it's.
Yeah, I don't think it would either. I think that might get us somebody on in there that would be able to recruit.
Well, here's my other question. What if you do win the next 3, and let's say you lose a squeaker to Alabama, go to the bowl game and win that? Do you have to look at Cadillac Williams as a potential head coaching candidate?
Not necessarily.
I don't think so. I just.
Yeah, I mean, he knows what he's.
I think he
right
understands.
now,
I think he understands the task.
I don't think so.
So, hey, brother, we got to roll, my man. We got to get to another break. We appreciate it, though.
All right.
Thanks for calling, my man. See you.
Thanks so much, and we'd love to hear from you. 256-234-6221. Stay tuned. More Sports Blitz right after this.
Have you stopped by Lifesavers Mission Thrift Store lately? If you haven't, you should. You'll find great pieces for your favorite do-it-yourself project. Lightly used name brand clothing by Free People, North Face, Matilda Jane, Patagonia, and a whole lot more. And while you're there, don't miss the shoes, decorative pieces, classic and new books, and Auburn and Alabama gear that won't cost you a fortune. So stop and shop at Lifesavers Mission Thrift Store today for a unique thrift experience that won't break the budget. Lifesavers Mission Thrift, located on East University behind Zaxby's.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Planting season is here, and the Potting Shed Garden Center is happy to give you professional landscaping advice when it comes to planting your shrubs and trees. Auburn's best kept secret will have it all this fall. Mums, pansies, pumpkins, and much more. All an array of colors and sizes, along with beautiful pots and containers, indoor plants, and a great selection of other gardening gifts. It's all at the Potting Shed Garden Shop, where natural elements reign supreme. Located on the corner of Moore's Mill and Society Hill Road in Auburn.
Now is the best time to sell your current home, as it's a seller's market, meaning that on average you can get up to 96% of your asking price. Who's the most aggressive and most experienced to help you sell your home?
Hi, I'm Rhonda Gaskins, broker Century 21 Lake Area Realty in the Lake Martin area. We are getting a 96% return on our listing price, the sales price in this area. Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
GillsOpelika.info. Get pre-approved in minutes online at GillsOpelika.info for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Gills Auto Sales, 1430 Gateway Drive in Opelika.
Welcome back, everyone. Sports Blitz Live. A couple segments left in tonight's show. Luke, let's kind of go back through last weekend's games real quickly. Florida and Georgia. Man, Florida's just. Do you think, is it possible that Florida fans not happy with Billy Napier?
I don't
already.
I mean, I don't think.
Did you hear the reporter? What he was calling on Hot Mike said.
Yeah, I mean, he said I'll be here longer than he will, and he said it a little more colorfully than I said it, but. Look, I think Napier is going to be okay. I mean, he did beat Utah. I mean, that's not a bad win. And now he beat them because Utah kind of screwed up at the end.
They did. But
he did beat them. He was right there with Tennessee for a long time. Now we see how good Tennessee is. So that loss looks a little better. It didn't play real well against Missouri.
No, they didn't.
They
got down 21-0 to Georgia. Or 20-0,
I mean,
whatever it was.
Really, I feel like doing that to Georgia now is like doing it to Alabama in 2009, 11, 12, somewhere in there, where you're like, okay, we can deal with getting hammered by Alabama right now until we figure ourselves out a little bit more. They did beat up on Vanderbilt. I'm trying to think. They had some other losses. They got an interesting game this weekend at Texas A&M.
Yeah, and that's two teams. And I'm going to tell you something, man. We hadn't really, and I'm going to get to Texas A&M here in just a little bit. Auburn has its problems, but A&M, they may actually in the long run be worse. Tennessee, Kentucky, this one was not close. Again, I talked about it a couple segments ago. Tennessee's been bad for a long time, and it felt like that Kentucky and what Mark Stoops been able to do is like, man, Kentucky's owned Tennessee. They have not, man. They've won twice in the past, I think 3 times in the last 20 years, twice in the last 10. It just, man.
Kentucky lost to them last year and had a 10-win season.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, this one was not close at all, 44-6. What is the deal right now with Levis? I mean, I have seen – he was a potential first quarterback off the board guy. Is he even a first rounder now?
A CBS mock draft came out today, had him the second player behind C.J. Stroud.
How?
And I thought, you're smoking crack. First of all, I think that I think Bryce Young should go I think Bryce Young's the best quarterback in the country. I know I'm biased. I just believe that. Now, I would pick him over C.J. Stroud. I understand Will Levis has apparently the measurables, but against good teams, he has stunk.
Yeah, he has not been very good at all.
He doesn't have the greatest receivers.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You go back and you talk about what you said in the first segment or first hour. You got a dynamic quarterback. You can give him a team full of 3 stars, and he can make them shine like gold. But on the flip side, if you got a crappy quarterback, you can take a team full of 5 stars and make it all like crap. This is exactly what this is. Will Levis, if he was that dynamic, would be making a difference on this Kentucky team, and he does not.
And here's the thing. He lost the Ole Miss game. Kentucky was better than Ole Miss.
Right.
They go to Ole Miss. They have 2 shots at it. He turns it over twice.
Oh, he sure did. He sure did.
They
blew it.
And look, I think he had a big interception against Tennessee when the game was still, moderately in doubt. Things got away from him late. But Kentucky, it's not like they got blown out 44-0.
He had 98 passing yards and 3 picks.
That's
not what a number 2 off the board.
This isn't the 85 Bears are playing.
No,
it's Tennessee. Their defense isn't great.
Kentucky I don't see it. Ole Miss and Texas A&M, I thought that was a very colorful game to watch Saturday night. Jimbo Fisher, they've got a losing record. Ole Miss, I thought that Lane Kiffin was pretty blunt at the end of the game about the way things went. And, I can appreciate him doing that because Jimbo Fisher did call him a clown. He called Nick Saban a clown. And you know what? Don't walk out there and act like you buddy after the game and everything's all good. I thought he called him out, and I think people will continue to call out Jimbo Fisher because when he opens his mouth, a lot of stupid stuff comes out.
Well, here's the other thing. Just like Brian Harsin, even though Jimbo Fisher is more successful, I think Jimbo Fisher is just patently unlikable. He looks almost like he doesn't dress
he don't
or
need
act
to wear
like
that
a man
sweater anymore.
Who's making $1 gazillion. He always goes out there sort of half-shaven. He looks disheveled.
Looks unkempt. Yeah,
now, Kiffin does in a way, but when Kiffin does it, it looks kind of cool. Kiffin's just got a swagger about him, and
Jimbo has zero swagger.
And Jimbo has zero swagger. You're absolutely right. In fact, Jimbo seems like a snake oil salesman where he talks so fast you don't really know what he's saying. It doesn't matter.
He's annoying. He's annoying.
He's bothersome to me. He's not even it's not even a personality trait. It's not that he's a character. Lane Kiffin's a character.
Michael says, "Will Jimbo be back at A&M next year?" I don't think A&M can part ways with Jimbo Fisher in the next 3 years, all the way to 2026. They owe him $40-something million. This was the dumbest. Look, we've had some dumb buyouts. Look, I'm an Auburn guy, so trust me. Some of these buyouts here lately have been stupid. But the one that Texas A&M agreed and negotiated with Jimbo Fisher may be the worst contract of all time for a university.
There's no doubt, and here's the thing. Yes, I think he'll be back, and also I'll disagree with you and say, here's my prediction. If they don't win the West next year, he's fired, and they'll pay the buyout.
And you know what? And that'll be even more egg on their face because they're going to have to pay him $60 million to walk away. I understand all the money getting thrown around right now. I get all that. But a one-shot deal for a guy to walk away that you're going to pay them that much money, this makes $15 million look like a $5 deal.
I totally agree. I couldn't agree more with you. But here's the next thing.
God,
if Auburn wants to get Lane Kiffin, if Auburn wants to get Dion, if Auburn wants to get one of these guys, guess what they're going to do? They're going to pay some. They're going to have some stupid buyout in the contract because that's the going rate. And everybody goes, well, what about Saban doesn't have one? Because Saban's one of the few who doesn't need one. Saban's like, you ain't even thinking about firing me. Now, I may want to leave you, so don't even worry about a buyout.
Right.
So, because if I want to leave, I'll leave.
Right.
And also, Saban knows if I just want to retire, somebody's going to give him a big check for something. I mean, I don't know how that's going to work out, but it will. He's different. He's not don't base it off of him. That's what I'm trying to tell you about every coach. Base it off some of these other things. Now, you don't have to give a buyout like Jimbo Fisher got. That was stupid.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's so stupid, it's unfathomable. Let's go to the phone line.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that. Caller, on there. Go ahead.
Hey, listen, man, why Auburn always let the media choose their coach for them? None of these three names don't excite me and shouldn't excite nobody in the Auburn family.
Okay, so who is it out there that
I mentioned the ones I would like to get. Scott Frost or Tom Harmon or go to the NFL. You can't go get no Lane Kiffin and
what is so good about Scott? Well, no offense, but what in the world is so inviting about
Scott
Frost?
The way I thought it was going to go.
No,
right there.
Tell me what is so inviting about Scott Frost.
I think he can be just as good as Deion Sanders. But anyway, I'm just saying, if you're going to think outside the box, think outside the box. Yo, you're bringing in an athletic director who hired two coaches that not proven to do nothing at Mississippi State. They losing up there. Rick Leach ain't no great coach, no great hire now.
Okay. What's your name, bud? I'm sorry, because I want to ask you something.
James.
Jackson. Okay. Let me ask you this. You said you want outside the box. Let me give you 3 examples of outside the box. Brian Harsin, and then the athletic director Auburn just brought in, John Cohen. His last 2 hires as football coach at Mississippi State were Joe Moorhead, who was offensive coordinator at Penn State. He was run out of there on a rail because he wasn't any good. And Mike Leach, who I personally think is going to always be a 7-5 coach. And he was also outside the box.
That's my point. So why go get Joe and Cohen when he can't hire nobody? And then why you gonna get Lane Kiffin and Hugh Freeze? They are under as I would say, they gone. Their time has passed them.
Well, the out of the box hire was Brian Harsin. Brian Harsin was as out of the box.
No, that was way out.
Nobody knew who that was.
He wasn't even near a box.
That's just.
I'm talking about proven winners out of the box.
Well, Scott Frost ain't a proven winner. I'm sorry. I mean, if you want to say what he did at Central Florida is a proven winner, he went back to his alma mater, and he could not have been worse at Nebraska.
But my point, I'm just saying that's who I would choose, Scott Frost or Tom Herman or somebody in the NFL. I'm saying the 3 names that the media and everybody keep hollering. I'm looking at inside the CBS with Brian, with Aaron Taylor and them. Oh, them the same 3 names. Kyle Feinbaum, them the same 3 names. Everybody saying these same 3 names, and then I bet you John Cohen going to hire one of these guys out of that name instead of going and try to find somebody on his own.
And we got to run, brother. We got to go to our last break. We appreciate the call. I will say this. When Alabama's time comes to hire a new coach, the media is going to have 4 or 5 guys they think are going to be the right fit for Alabama, and it's going to be Dabo Sweeney, and it's going to be whoever else they want to add in the mix. It's just what the media does, so we got to get to our last
Thanks
break.
for the call, buddy.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
But here's the other thing, that the outside the box thing gets me because, like you said, if Auburn had gone any further outside the box, UPS wouldn't have been able to take it.
No doubt. Up against the final break. Stay tuned. More Sports Blitz right after this.
Concrete Basement and Walls, LLC, 205-229-0234. Call owner Eric McKenzie now to get your free quote now. 205-229-0234. Concrete Basement and Walls, LLC.
So, you finally got the boat, ATV, or side-by-side of your dreams, huh? But make it yours with marine-grade audio that'll provide crisp, high-quality sound that's loud enough to be heard, whether you're cruising on the lake or hitting a mud hole. Come see Steve at the Car Stereo Shop in Auburn, so you'll be ready to crank up the volume. Whoa, but wait, you don't have to pull out of the water and trailer it to Auburn. The Car Stereo Shop can handle all of your work at any one of the Lake Martin marinas.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
76% of nurses say they went into the profession because they wanted to help patients. No matter the reason you decided to become a nurse, you have all the tools needed to advance your degree at Jacksonville State University. Our Master's in Nursing program is now offered fully online and can be completed in less than 2 years. You can customize a flexible course schedule so you can receive your advanced education degree all while working on the front line. JSU Nursing, your opportunity to advance your career and serve your community.
At Russell Medical, we're proud of our exceptional nurses, like Nurse Brandy Worthy. Brandy represents the selfless, compassionate clinical leader patients expect and coworkers admire. Brandy was recently honored with the Nightingale Award for Nursing Excellence for her high standards, sound judgment, and caring manner. Her passion for her profession inspires us all.
Being a nurse is not just what you do, it's who you are. I'm proud to be a part of the nursing team at Russell Medical. We are the link between all hospital services, providing you with exceptional, personalized care.
Skag, the toughest name in lawnmowers. Unmatched quality and performance for over 3 decades. The clear choice, the best mower money can buy for work or at home. Top lawn care professionals and discerning homeowners know that Skag means productivity and reliability. Every Skag mower is proudly built right here in the USA. Don't settle for anything less than simply the best. Skag.
Satterfield Outdoor Living on Highway 280 in Alex City.
Concrete Basement and Walls LLC, 205-229-0234. Call owner Eric McKenzie now to get your free quote now. 205-229-0234. Concrete Basement and Walls LLC.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sportz Blitz Live, presented by JR Sports Bar and Grill and Sunshine Heating and Air. Final segment, Luke. Don't have much time, so let's do a rank them. We always have fun the very last segment.
Give me one good one.
All right, so I'm going to let you pick. Do you want John Candy, Anthony Kiedis, Brian Doyle Murphy, or that's it? Those are the 3. So
Tell me Brian Doyle Murphy.
Caddyshack, JFK, Wayne's World, Groundhog Day, How I Got to College.
Was he an actor or is he directed?
It's a good question. I don't know, buddy.
Well, Caddyshack wins that one, so that's.
Why don't you go to John Candy? Don't you like John Candy?
Yeah, he's all right. I mean, John Candy was all right.
Do you like Anthony Kiedis, a Red Hot Chili Pepper?
Yeah, I mean, Anthony Kiedis.
Well,
let's do
we
John
ain't got to
Candy.
do any of them.
Let's just do. Actually, you know what we can't talk about? Let's do this. Let's talk about real rankings. The college football playoff rankings come out, and again, here's what I don't understand. They give Tennessee number 1. I'm all for it. Tennessee should be 1. Why not make Georgia 2? Why give that to Ohio State?
I'm with you.
Why?
I'm with you.
Now, then, okay, you want to say Clemson's 4? Okay, I'm not with you. And if Clemson and Michigan played tomorrow and you had to bet, who are you betting on? I'm probably betting on Clemson if it was a pick 'em.
I guess.
I'm not fired up about it.
No, I'm not either.
Okay, but if you're going to go that route, then why not give it TCU? They're undefeated and have the better resume.
I'm with you. No, I'm totally with you.
Now, you can't put Alabama there, even though you may think Alabama's better than all those teams. That's fine. I get it, but they have a loss. So I think I don't understand why you put TCU at 7, you put TCU at 7, and then you think you got to go Michigan, Clemson. If you got to put, I would rather see TCU at 4 and then Clemson, Michigan, even move Alabama back one.
Right.
I could live with that.
Right.
And it doesn't matter because it's all going to work out. But the point is, how in the world do you put Ohio State at, I guess you can say you can put Ohio State at 2, but why wouldn't you just put them at 3? Because see what's going to happen next week. What if Georgia beats Tennessee, right? You're going to move Tennessee back, but you're going to also jump Georgia to 1,
That's
right?
exactly right.
Because now they'll have 2 quality wins, big-time
Right.
wins. So Ohio State's just going to stay at 2 anyway. Why didn't you just –
Yeah, why didn't you just do it?
It makes no sense to me.
That's what they asked on the college football playoff reveal, and the head of the committee said, well, we just felt like, and he gave us a lame answer, and, that's what it is.
Said something about Scott Frost and ran
said
off.
something about Tom Herman and Scott Frost going to Auburn, and that was it. So, but anyway, we're out of time here. Again, we want to thank everybody for calling in and watching and listening. We do appreciate all of you very much. We'll be back on there with Auburn Blitz again tomorrow at noon. For Luke Robinson, I'm Brett Pritchard saying we enjoyed it. We hope you have. See you next time.
Tails are wagging. And pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
So you want to build a home? Build the home you want with America's Home Place. Choose from over 150 floor plans. Then personalize. Tile backsplash for granite countertops? Done. A spacious bathroom you've always dreamed of? You got it. Choose every detail. Floors, cabinets, even the paint color.
How about electric lime?
Can't decide? Relax. At America's Home Place, we take care of it all. It's your home. Own it. America's Home Place.
Farmers and Merchants Bank of Dadeville is building a foundation of strength and trust in the entire Lake Martin community. With our modern branch in Dadeville and caring, attentive staff, we've established Farmers and Merchants Bank as a reliable friend to your banking needs. Whether it's just a savings or checking account or any commercial, auto, or real estate loan, Farmers has local decision-making to build a relationship with you and your needs. Farmers and Merchants Community Bank. Strength, service, community.
Are you looking for something really good for lunch? Are you tired of the same old fast food? Well, go to Buck's. Get a meat and 2 sides or a meat and 3 sides for the best deal in town. Buck's always serves up the best food, including fried chicken, wings, hamburger steaks, catfish, shrimp, and yes, of course, the famous Buck cheeseburger basket. And Buck's has dinner specials too. So if it's your turn to cook dinner, Buck's will be glad to do it for you. We appreciate your business and look forward to serving you.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Why is Sarah Automotive Group on Highway 280 in Sylacauga the place for the best deals on your new ride? 3 compelling reasons. 1. With 3 full new car dealers on one lot, you get the best comparison and incentives on Fords, Hondas, and Nissans. Unmatched selection. 2. Sarah pays over market value for your trade to maintain East Central Alabama's best pre-owned vehicle selection and sale. And 3. The Sarah Automotive price won't be beat and delivers lower payments and huge value on your next buy. Shop online or on Highway 280 in Sylacauga.
So, you finally got the boat, ATV, or side-by-side of your dreams, huh? But make it yours with marine-grade audio that'll provide crisp, high-quality sound that's loud enough to be heard, whether you're cruising on the lake or hitting a mud hole. Come see Steve at the Car Stereo Shop in Auburn, so you'll be ready to crank up the volume. Whoa, but wait, you don't have to pull out of the water and trailer it to Auburn. The Car Stereo Shop can handle all of your work at any one of the Lake Martin marinas.